Good evening. I think it's evening time. I think it's fair to say that it's evening time. Good evening and welcome to tonight's live. We're doing two things at once today, and unfortunately I'm doing like the biggest no-no. Hello and welcome to the Have a Small Business or in creating an aligned buyer profile. So a lot of the time people are like really heavy set, like dead set on pricing, like, oh, if I wanted to start my own coaching services, or oh, if I wanted to create my own course or create my own product, like we get so hung up on the price. And there really is, from my experience, like so many different ways that you can price. But one of the things that I've realized is that it really truly does come down to having an aligned buyer in your head. Now, I am literally saying this as we call it an ideal client profile, right? But a lot of the time I feel like the things that people or coaches or, other business owners talk about focusing on are really not the biggest things to focus on. So they're telling you to focus on like what their gender is, or what age they are, where they're, where do they live, or what kind of car do they drive, which at the end of the day, those things really don't matter. You could have, there was somebody that I knew who had a Nissan and was like a gajillionaire, not really a gajillionaire, but had a lot of wealth, and he drove a Nissan, right? So it's really hard to tell, if that would be your ideal client just because of the car that they drive. So the reason why I say create an aligned buyer profile is because when you create an aligned buyer profile, then what you're doing is you're considering more of the psychographics, so what makes up the person, or what makes the person like who they are, than you are the demographics, right? So demographics being things like age, gender, location, psychographics being their beliefs, what it is that they're, looking to achieve, what they are feeling, what they're experiencing, because those are going to be the things that people are going to resonate with. They're going to feel a level of relatability towards. So when you are creating an aligned buyer profile, then creating that level of relatability is really important. If you have an aligned buyer, or if you have an ideal client, let me know down in the comments. If you have no idea what I'm talking about at all, let me know down in the comments. Just say, hey, I have no idea what any of this is, or why it might even be important to me. If you are a content creator, this also is important, because you want to consider the type of person on the other side of the camera who's going to be consuming your content. So creating a profile or having an idea of who the person is that you're trying to reach on the other side of the camera to promote, let's just say another brand's product, or to make sure that you are meeting the requirements of maybe a company that you're working like as a partner with, then those things are really important, because you are also thinking of your audience in that way. And that's what what is really important for content creators, right? Like I think of all those YouTube creators and how, let's just use Vanessa Lau for an example, because I feel like she's an easy example to use. She has a content creation community because she created content on social media, right? Like on how to blow up your social media, how to grow your Instagram, how to grow your YouTube. And so the content, literally all of that content that she created, was then bringing her in a stream of revenue. So even as a content creator, it's really important, because I guarantee you she did not go in blind, just picking out of the air, oh yeah, this person is going to be like really resonating with my content. because if they were, let's just say, a senior citizen, they wouldn't resonate with her content, right? So having that profile, having an idea of what it is that they're struggling with, what it is that they're looking forward to, what it is that they desire, what it is that they're, thinking about. That's where I was talking about before. When you go to price a product, there is a buyer for every price point. I think of it like that guy that I was talking about, the one who was really wealthy, who had a Nissan. There is a buyer for every price point. If you have a $2 product and a $222 product, there is somebody who is going to buy the $2 product, and there is somebody who's going to buy the $222 product, right? Now, the difference is going to come in with how you express the value. So how you craft the offer, more or less, like how you create and put together what it is that is going to get that person to buy, i.e. the value, that is what is going to make the difference as to whether or not somebody's going to buy. And it's the same thing when you have a $2,022 offer, because everybody would love, if they could just have somebody pay in full at $2,022, even $22,000, right? Like there are people who buy $22,000 cars. There's people who buy $250,000 cars. Literally Mercedes G-Wagons. I hear people talking about how they want G-Wagons all the time. So there is a buyer for what it is that you are looking to sell or provide to them. Really what it is a matter of your confidence in expressing the value. So people can pick up on confidence in a heartbeat. They could smell if you're not confident like 15 miles away. Like, you probably are 1,000 miles from where I am, and you could probably smell if I'm confident or not. So I don't know where you are in the world, but drop your locations down below. Let me know where you're tuning in from, because that'll give me an idea of how far away you are from where I am in the world. And then what I can do is then ask you, okay, do I appear confident or do I not appear confident in what I'm telling you right now, right? Jacksonville, Florida. That is a 3-hour plane ride minimum from where I am right now. So knowing that, am I confident or am I not confident? Can you tell with that much space in between us or not? You probably can. Wings or buffalo style wings or crispy boneless wings, or maybe it's something like I'm thinking of even to Molly's, and she corrected me yesterday. I have to really thank her for correcting me, because my name is incredibly difficult for a lot of people to pronounce, and I always constantly have to be like correcting them. So I'm really happy that Molly corrected me yesterday. I'm thinking about Molly, and I'm thinking about her in mermaiding, because she's into mermaiding, right? If she created a mermaid suit, right? One really great way of expressing the value would be to talk about how reflective the suits are in the water, or how they make you appear luxuriously colorful when the sun bounces off the scales on your suit. Just so you know, I'm proud of you in case you need to hear it today. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that, Daniel. Dr. Arvella, please let me know if I am saying your name correctly, okay? I'm really actually very grateful that Molly corrected me. So, Dr. Arvella, if I am saying it wrong, please correct me. By all means, please correct me. So, again, going back to Molly's mermaiding suit, right? If she talks about how when the sun bounces off of the scales on her suit, it makes you feel luxurious, or it makes you feel beautiful, or it makes you feel like you're, glistening, then what you're going to feel is beauty. You're going to feel like that because of the way that she's expressing the value. And if she's talking about it, and let's say she prices that mermaid suit at, I don't know, $21, then you're probably going to buy it for $21. So consider all of those things when you're talking about your offers, when you're creating your offers, when you are selling them, when you are marketing them. You want to definitely consider the person on the other side of the camera, and you also, number 2, want to consider your ability to be able to deliver the information, your confidence in it. What is your opinion on peanut butter and pickle sandwiches? Ew. Well, that is my opinion. Just, ugh. No. It's a very interesting question. I'm wondering where it came from, because I have no idea where that came from. All right, so that is what I am coming at you with today. And if you want to learn English, JG, I would recommend looking for an English teacher on like a TEFL, 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 or TOEFL, TOEFL, English teacher, because they are certified to teach English as a secondary language. So thank you guys for tuning in. Today's live was really short, but like I said, early when I started this live, I was here. I will comment. There. That's how you TOEFL. Or TEFL. Okay? Those are teachers that you can look for. I used to do that when I was living in the Czech Republic. I used to teach English as a second language, and I don't do that anymore. I do not do that anymore. Please do not ask me about it, because I don't do that anymore. My business is purely for content creation and marketing, and for business owners or content creators. So I am not in that world anymore, but I do know people who are in that world. So if that is something that you need help with, I can point you in the right direction. I am not the direction, but I can point you in the right direction. I have nice hair. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Okay, so that is everything today. I really wanted to touch on the aligned buyer. There is more to it, yes, but for the purposes of today's live, I think touching on how it involves your pricing, and I think also touching on how the psychographics are mostly important, is the precipice. I don't know why I'm using really big words, but that's the most important part of all of this. There is, of course, energetics behind this, and there are, of course, different strategies that you would want to get their attention with, but marketing strategies, but I don't want to necessarily dive in too deep, because I haven't really gotten that many comments on it, and I want to make sure that I can cover all of it without multitasking. Sorry, because my brain is doing 2 things at once, so it is a little more difficult than I had originally anticipated this live was going to be. But today is day 9, so we are chugging along. I did have a lot of things come up out of the blue, completely unexpected today, and most of it was due to circumstances outside of my control. However, I will get the last 2 days, as in yesterday's and today's lives, posted. So if you missed yesterday's live, you can go check it out on YouTube. And today's live is also going to be downloaded, and I will put it up on YouTube tonight, so long as TikTok decides to agree with me. TikTok has not been agreeing with me for the last 12 hours, so I haven't been able to download yesterday's live. I really hope that it does agree with me today, so that I could download both of them and get them up onto YouTube, because I do post the replays there. If you are tuning in for the first time today, then I would definitely recommend that you go check out my YouTube channel, because for the last 8 days I've covered different topics. And as always, just until the 17th, as a reminder, I am going to be running a masterclass called Presence. on August 17th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I would love to invite you because we're going to be going over everything, how to enhance your video presence and how to become more powerful in your presence on your content, your business, and your lifestyle. So I'm really excited to talk about that next. It's already next Wednesday. Wow. August is really flying by. All right. Awesome sauce. So thank you for tuning in. Mwah. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to get the event posted, the time frame posted likely sometime soon, because we will be traveling tomorrow. So I want to make sure that I get the time scheduled sooner rather than later for those of you who are joining in on this live stream challenge. Quick recap, how much for class? The master class for next Wednesday you're talking about, correct? Next week's masterclass is free. It is completely and entirely free. The link is in my bio. It will take you right to the meeting. I'm telling you right now, it'll take you right to the meeting link. However, just grab that link, copy it, and then paste it into an invite or an event on your calendar, because I don't have the capability to generate an invite quite yet. So next week's class on Wednesday is going to be free, and I would love to see you there to help you out in your presence, in your content, and in your videos. So that is the tea. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. And like I said, if you want to catch the replays, definitely go check out my YouTube channel. It is in the link on my TikTok page. I'm really excited for next Wednesday. Like, I keep getting so many more ideas and downloads that I'm ready to share, but I have to be patient because today is Friday and I still have Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I still have 5 days left, so I gotta contain it. You know what I mean? All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. And until then, thank you for your support. Okay, bye.